March 14th, 1814, Milan, Italy. The cell door creaks. A man steps into daylight for the first time in 7 years. His hands shake, not from fear, from anticipation. Pierre Picaud squints against the sun. Behind him, stone walls that held him captive. Ahead, a world that forgot him. And three names burned into his memory. Lupian, Chobar, Solari, the friends who destroyed him. He has 10 years to plan, and he will make every single one count. Picture yourself in 1807 France. You're Pierre Picaud, a shoemaker engaged to a wealthy woman. Your three closest friends attend the celebration. Within weeks, they betray you. They tell authorities you're an English spy. You're imprisoned without trial. Your fiancé marries someone else. Your life crumbles. 7 years pass like a slow drowning. But in that prison, a dying priest tells Picaud about hidden treasure in Milan. When released in 1814, Picaud finds the treasure, and then he disappears. For 10 years, Pierre Picaud planned, changed his name, studied his targets. Chobar was murdered. Solari was poisoned slowly. But Lupian, the man who married Picaud's former fiancée, received special treatment. Picaud destroyed his son, burned his restaurant, left him financially ruined, watching everything turn to ash. Only on his deathbed did Picaud confess. Alexandre Dumas would read these police reports and write The Count of Monte Cristo, inspired by a real shoemaker's decade-long vendetta. But Picaud is just the beginning. 945 AD, the forests outside Kiev. Prince Igor's body hangs between two birch trees, torn apart by the Drevlians, the tribe he overtaxed. His wife, Princess Olga, watches. She does not scream. She memorizes every face. When the Drevlians propose marriage days later, she agrees. She tells them to arrive by boat, 20 warriors as an honor guard. They come dressed in their best. She has them buried alive, boat and all, but she's not done. She sends word for more men. They arrive. She welcomes them into her bathhouse, locks the doors, and sets it on fire. Finally, Olga besieges their capital. When they beg for mercy, she asks for a simple tribute: 3 sparrows and 3 pigeons from each household. That night, her soldiers attach burning rags to every bird's legs. Release them. The birds return to their nests. The city burns to the ground. The Eastern Orthodox Church would later canonize Princess Olga as a saint. What if the darkest secret isn't revenge, but simply who you are? Montreal Olympics. Bruce Jenner wins gold in the men's decathlon. America celebrates the world's greatest athlete. What nobody knows, behind the triumph exists a truth so profound, it will take 4 decades to reveal. In 2015, at age 65, Caitlyn Jenner introduces herself to the world. 40 years of public life with a secret identity so carefully guarded that not even Olympic glory could expose it. 1930s. Nazi-occupied Paris. Coco Chanel sits in cafes. Fashionable, wealthy, admired. What the world doesn't know. She's Agent F7124, Nazi intelligence. She travels with her Nazi boyfriend across Europe, uses her celebrity as a weapon. After the war, she flees to Switzerland. The Chanel brand survives. The truth, buried for decades. Charles Lindbergh, American hero. First solo flight across the Atlantic. Except in Munich, 2 sisters know him by a false name. In Switzerland, his secretary knows him intimately, but not as Charles Lindbergh. He fathers children with all 3 women, 3 separate families, none aware of the others. His secret children only learn his real name after his death. Your father is one of the most famous men in history, and you never knew. 75 BCE, the Aegean Sea. Julius Caesar is kidnapped by pirates. He's 25, arrogant, completely unbothered. When they demand 20 talents ransom, Caesar laughs. He insists they ask for 50, because he's worth more. Every day he tells them, "When I'm free, I'm coming back to crucify you." They think it's a joke. It's not. Caesar's people raise the ransom. He's released. Within weeks, he returns with a fleet, captures the pirates, and crucifies them all. But before execution, he cuts their throats. A mercy killing, because they treated him well. Even in revenge, Caesar maintains a code. a performance. Isaac Newton, gravity, scientific rationality. But privately, he spent more time on alchemy and biblical prophecy than physics. The man who gave us modern science believed he could decode messages from God. Charles Dickens, champion of the poor. Also, a man who abandoned his wife to pursue an 18-year-old actress, who demanded his children never speak to their mother again. Mother Teresa, saint symbol of compassion, who refused painkillers to dying patients because she believed suffering brought them closer to Jesus. The mask of sainthood, the reality of suffering. Pierre Picaud lies on his deathbed. He whispers his confession to a priest. Everything he did, everyone he destroyed, the decade of planning. Why tell me now? The priest asks. Picaud smiles. Because revenge is only complete when the story is told. Now everyone will know. Even in death, he controls the narrative. Even in death, he wears the mask he chose. Pierre Picaud's confession became the basis for the Count of Monte Cristo. Princess Olga was canonized as a saint in 1547. Julius Caesar would become the most powerful man in Rome. History remembers what we choose to reveal. But the truth hides in plain sight.